The girl merely reached out to grab the ladder, never imagining it could nearly cost her life. Looking down at the seemingly bottomless tower base, Annie's fear of heights kicked in instantly. She couldn't bring herself to climb any higher, but her best friend above mocked her for being a coward. Hearing this, Annie resolved to climb this abandoned signal tower that stretched nearly 1,000 meters high. What they didn't know was that the ladder had been abandoned for years. The bolts had long since loosened, and with every step they climbed, they risked plummeting to their deaths. After 2 hours of climbing, the pair finally reached a small platform in the middle of the tower. Looking at the ladder with no safety measures whatsoever, Annie's legs had turned to jelly. Meanwhile, Lisa kept urging her on from above. Annie had no choice but to grab the ladder and continue climbing. Just then, Lisa started shaking the ladder to scare Annie, who frantically begged her not to joke around. In this state of terror, Annie finally reached the top of the tower. Seeing the entire world beneath their feet, they were ecstatic. However, just as they finished taking photos and prepared to return the same way, disaster struck. The moment Annie started climbing down, the ladder broke due to loose bolts, causing Annie to plummet. Fortunately, Lisa above managed to grab the safety rope just in time, preventing Annie from continuing to fall. Lisa then wrapped the rope around a pole and pulled with all her might, while Annie steadied herself and slowly walked along the tower column. Through their coordinated efforts, Annie finally grabbed the ladder above and made it back to the top safely. Now their urgent priority was to find a way to get down from here. But with the ladder they'd used to climb up now fallen away, how could they descend? Annie suddenly thought of calling for help on her phone. However, at 1,000 meters in the air, there was absolutely no signal. Lisa then speculated that the falling ladder must have alerted passersby below. They just needed to wait patiently for rescue. But after waiting several hours on the tower top, no rescue came. They had to think of another way. Lisa suddenly realized that perhaps the phone would have signal at the tower's base. Annie suggested that if they typed a distress message on the phone first, then dropped it to the ground, the message would send automatically. Lisa agreed enthusiastically. She immediately took off her shoe and stuffed the phone inside. She then pulled out her bra and patted the shoe with it to prevent the phone from breaking on impact. And so, the two lowered this shoe filled with their hopes.